Congressman, thank you for taking the time.
Neil, thanks for having me on.
All right. The president and the White House, their view is completely exonerated. Do you think the president was completely exonerated?
I don't, but what most Americans should find chilling about this report is the extent of the Russian interference in our election. The Russians didn't just interfere with Hillary Clinton. Mueller shows that they were trying to hack into state board of elections. They were trying to hack into counties, into Secretary of States. The president unwittingly, not intentionally, was retweeting Russian agents. So even Mark Meadows and Jim Jordan should agree that we should do something to make sure Russia, China, Iran never interfere in our elections again.
All right, unwittingly or not, to your point, Congressman, if the president didn't reciprocate, or in other words, didn't follow through on a lot of that, or go into sort of an agreement, or secret or otherwise, with the Russians, that's not collusion. And that was one area where, at least in this report, Mr. Mueller was quite unequivocal. Obstruction of justice might be another matter, but on this, no collusion. Do you agree?
I agree that Bob Mueller concluded that there was not a criminal conspiracy with the president or the campaign to aid the Russians in the interference. But that doesn't mean that we should dismiss the pages and pages of Russian attempts to favor Donald Trump to make him president. I mean, that is something we all should be opposed to. We should never want to foreign
I just want to be clear. Do you think that any of these actions resulted in Donald Trump getting elected president dishonestly, or did he win that election fair and square?
Look, he's the president of the United States. He signed two of my bills into law. Who knows what efforts may have tipped the scales? I do think that the Russian interference may have had some role. There may have been a lot of roles or factors that led to his election.
Or that he was maybe just a better campaigner, right?
There are a lot of things. I'm not saying that he is not the president of the United States. What I am saying is every American should make sure that this never happens again. And I don't think that's a very controversial thing to say. Why should we countenance someone interfering in American sovereignty?
But can I ask you this? Are you in camp with some of your colleagues who want a lot of investigations, a lot more due to the obstruction thing that could go on to months, maybe years, of more hearings back and forth? Are you open to that? Do you want that?
Here's what I think. I think Bob Mueller did an extraordinary job. I have full confidence in him. I do think he should come before our committees, testify, tell people what he found. But I think where I want to work on is on infrastructure, on building technology here. I mean, those are the things the American people care about.
Congressman, we'll watch closely. Thank you for taking the time, sir. I do appreciate it.